Marie works at a local museum. She's a curator, but she is also in charge of the museum's website and social media profiles. Marie is happy to get a lot of positive online feedback and to see that people are interested in the museum's activities. But a constant creation of new content can be time consuming. Marie would like to know more about who her online visitors are and what kind of content or services they expect. Then she could work on improving the museum's online presence and target specific user groups without investing much time in the content they will not be attracted to. To learn what users want, it is useful to collect data about their online behavior. So in this session, we will learn the basics of data collection via web and social media analytics tools. We will learn to define goals and purposes of data collection. We will look into the most widely used tools and the most important metrics they provide, and we'll also talk about possible risks of data misinterpretation. Data collection is the process of gathering, measuring, and analyzing data from relevant sources to answer research questions, evaluate outcomes, and forecast trends and probabilities. Now, to choose the appropriate technique for collecting data, Marie first needs to define what exactly she wants to know and what she will do with this information. In other words, she needs to define goals and purposes. Marie's goal is to evaluate the reach, relevance, and engagement of her pages and posts. And the purpose for doing it is to improve the museum's online presence and to be more efficient in audience development. Could you think of some questions that would be relevant to her goals? Some of the questions Marie has in mind are the website and social profiles easily discoverable? Once people find them, how do they engage with them? What is it that attracts them the most? And are there any differences in behavior between different social groups? These are the questions that can be answered by using quantitative data available through web or social media statistics. Quantitative data is data that can be expressed in numbers. So let's see which tools Marie can use to obtain this data and what kind of insight they provide. Analytics tools track and report website or social media traffic and provide information about user engagement. Some of the widely used website traffic tools are SmartLook, Mixpanel, or SiteKit, but probably the most popular is Google Analytics. Here you can learn more about how these tools work and how to set them up. Measurements commonly provided by web traffic tools include a number of visits, a bounce rate, which is the percentage of visitors that leave a web page without taking any action, average session duration and average time spent on page, traffic sources, which tell Marie how people found her website, for example, did they use a search or clicked on a link from another page, device sources, which indicate the type of device people use to access the website, and interactions per visit, which show how people move on the website, what they click, and which parts they find the most engaging. There are also tools that track metrics of social media performance. Data they usually provide is impression, which is the total number of times a post was displayed, reach, a number of unique users who saw a post, a number of profile viewers, a number of likes, and follower growth rate. They can also provide insights into demographic data such as user age and gender distribution. Almost all social networks have their own built-in analytics tools. This is an example of LinkedIn. Marie can also use third-party tools such as Google Analytics or Hootsuite to bring data from different platforms in one place. Or she can take a look at Social Blade, an analytics website that tracks accounts on major social platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. However, there is one important thing she has to consider before implementing analytics tools, and that's data privacy. According to the European Union General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, if Marie uses online analytics, she needs to make it transparent to her users in the museum's privacy policy. It is a document usually made available on the website that explains how an institution collects and handles personal data. You'll find more details about creating privacy policies in our intermediate level session about personal data protection. Analytics tools store cookies on users' devices to keep track of usage data. According to the European Union e-privacy regulation, users must be informed of this and must have the option to reject analytics cookies, Of course, users who opt out of having cookies stored on their devices will not be tracked, which can affect the accuracy of data reports. There are also other risks related to misinterpretation of analytics data. Data accuracy can also be affected by bots that artificially increase the number of visitors, or by tracking protection features of some browsers. Data can be affected by tracking errors. For example, if a tracking code is not installed on all the web pages or internal traffic is not filtered out. So Marie has to be aware that data obtained from online analytics is informative but not 100% reliable. And finally, when interpreting data reports, Marie should be aware of the context. For example, the time frame she looks into may be too short to draw valid conclusions, or the number of visitors or followers may be high, but this is not really positive if they leave immediately and don't interact with the content. So let's sum up major takeaways. Online analytics is a great way of providing insights into user behavior, which is a starting point for improving user services. This is done by measuring variables such as the number of website or profile visitors, a bounce rate, session duration, traffic sources, user engagement, and so on. However, to avoid privacy issues, users should be informed of this and have the ability to reject being tracked. It's important to be aware that data obtained by analytics are not always 100% accurate, because there are many factors that may affect its accuracy, such as privacy choices, tracking errors, bot traffic, and tracking protection. And finally, it's very important to place this data in context to avoid misinterpretation. Thank you for watching the video.